Yo, what's going on, guys? Houston Sports Talk back in another video today, and we're going to be recapping all 12 games from today. Besides the Ravens game, which has not been played yet, it's played tomorrow night for Monday Night Football. So yeah, let's get started. We're going to start with the big headline, and that is the Bills and the Jets. The Jets upset the Bills 20-17. Probably going to be one of the worst games that the Bills have played all season. Great game from the Jets today. Zach Wilson and the Jets. Would I say this was a comeback? No, not really. It was a close game most of the game. Yeah, it was a close game the whole game. Zach Wilson did all right today, 18 for 25, 154 yards, one touchdown. A great day from the Jets running backs, 12 carries, 76 yards, and one touchdown for Michael Carter, 13 carries and 48 yards from James Robinson. Even Zach Wilson got 24 yards from the run. Garrett Wilson had 8 receptions and 92 yards, and, was another a lot of wide receivers catching the ball for the Jets today. I mean, I can go over them, but I don't want to. Josh Allen was 18 for 34 today with 205, 0 touchdown passes. He did have 9 carries and 86 yards and 2 touchdowns from the rush. So Josh Allen was a beast when it came to his legs today. Singletary with 8 carries and 24 yards. James Cook with 4 and 15. Diggs with 5 receptions and 93 yards. Gabe Davis with 2 receptions and 33 yards. Dawson Knox with 3 and 25. And Singletary with 4 and 24. Great win by the Jets, but we'll see how they do next week. I don't know who they play next week. Patriots Colts. Not going to take too long on this one because Patriots kicked ass 26-3. Mac Jones 20 for 30, 147 yards, 1 touchdown. This was the Patriots game all the way. Feel bad for my boy Sam Ellinger. Struggling day for him, but we'll get to him in a second. 15 carries and 60 yards for Ramon Stevenson. Receptions for the Patriots, 4 receptions and 50 yards for Hunter Henry, 5 and 42 for Jacoby Myers, Jonnu Smith with 3 and 21. That was it. Sam Ellinger was 15 for 29 with 103, and he had 40 rushing yards and 5 carries. I'm not going to go over the running backs for the Colts. Jonathan Taylor was out. So Alec Pierce with 1 reception for 23 yards. Michael Pittman Jr. with 3 receptions for 22, and Mo Alley Cox with 2 receptions for 13 yards. So not a good day for the Colts. Their season is pretty much over. I know technically with their record they can still make the playoffs, but they're not going to. Raiders-Jags, another upset. The Jags upset the Raiders, and I would say the Raiders season is pretty much over. The division they play in, they're going to have to play the Chiefs another time, and they're going to have to play the Chargers another time. So I would say most likely, and I think they have another couple of hard games on their schedule. So most likely with today's loss, the Raiders season is over. Not on paper, but realistically it is. T-Law was 25 for 31 today, 235 passing yards, 1 touchdown. Travis Etienne, what a day, 28 carries, 109 yards, 2 touchdowns. Christian Kirk with 8 receptions, 76 yards, and 1 touchdown. Marvin Jones, 5 and 48. Zay Jones, 5 and 40. For the Raiders, Derek Carr was 21 for 36 today, 259, 2 touchdown passes. Josh Jacobs was 17 and 67 yards. Devontae Adams, what a monster day from Devontae. 10 and 146 yards and 2 touchdowns from Devontae. Josh Jacobs had 3 and 20 receiving yards. Vikings Commanders. Vikings come back. What a comeback from the Vikings. They were down 17-7, and they win it 20-17. Taylor Heineke goes 17 for 28, 149 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Brian Robinson, 13 carries and 44 yards. Gibson, 11 and 36. Curtis Samuel with 3 receptions, 65 yards, and 1 touchdown. McLaurin was 6 and 56. Kirk Cousins was 22 for 40, 265 and 2 touchdown passes. Dalvin Cook was 17 carries and 47 yards. Justin Jefferson with 7 receptions, 115 yards, and 1 touchdown. In his first game as a Viking, T.J. Hawkinson gets 9 receptions and 70 yards. Thielen gets 3 receptions and 67 yards, so a great day by the Vikings. A very high-scoring game. The Dolphins beat the Bears 35-32. Fields with not a good passing day, 17-28, 123 yards and 3 touchdowns, but there's always lows and those highs, and that was for Fields' legs today. 15 carries, 178 yards, 1 touchdown for Fields. He breaks Michael Vick's record. Darnell Mooney with 7 receptions, 43 yards and 1 touchdown. Cole Kmet with 5 receptions, 41 yards and 2 touchdowns. Chase Claypool in his first game with the Bears, 2 receptions, 13 yards. So that's it. I don't really want to go over. I'll go over the Dolphins. Forgot them. Tua with 21 for 30, 302 yards, 3 touchdowns. Jeff Wilson in his first game with them, 9 rushes, 51 yards. Tyreek with 7 receptions, 143 yards, 1 touchdown. Waddle with 5 receptions, 85 yards, and 1 touchdown. Chargers, Falcons, this is not the best game to watch this week or today, but the Chargers get a close win, a game-winning field goal, 20-17. Mariota, 12 for 23, 129 yards. Patterson with 44 rushing yards. Allgeier with 99 rushing yards. Kyle Pitts with 27 receiving yards. Drake London, 23 receiving yards. And then for the Chargers, Herbert with 245, 1 touchdown pass. Eckler with 47 rushing yards, 1 touchdown. Josh Palmer with a great day, 8 receptions, 106 yards. That was really it for them. Gerald Everett had 36 yards. Bengals, Panthers. Man, what a day for my man Joe Mixon, having him fantasy. 5 touchdowns for Joe Mixon. Let's get straight to him. Joe Burrow was 22 for 28 with 206 yards and 1 touchdown. But Joe Mixon, 22 carries, 153 yards, 4 touchdowns. And then receiving 4 receptions, 58 yards, 1 touchdown. Joe Mixon with maybe one of the best games this season. By the way, the Bengals went 42-21 against the Panthers. No Jamar. Tyler Boyd, 5 receptions, 44 yards. T. Higgins, 7 receptions, 60 yards. Eventually in this game, P.J. Walker gets benched because he was 3 for 10 and not for 9 yards. So they bench him at halftime. Baker comes in, 14 for 20, 155 yards, 2 touchdown passes. And I really don't care about any of the other Panthers. Packers, Lions. Aaron Rodgers was so disappointing in this game. It was unbelievable. Lions win it 15-9. Jared Goff with 137 yards, 2 touchdowns. Jamal Williams with 81 yards, rushing yards. Swift with 10. Not a great game for Swift. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 55 receiving yards. Swift with 40 receiving yards, so he had a good end on that one. Rodgers with 291 passing yards and 1 touchdown today, but threw 3 picks. 2 were inside the 5. The other was a stupid pick. That was in the red zone. So, I mean, even Rodgers had a good day with his legs, too. Lazard with 4 receptions, 87 yards, and 1 touchdown, but that's really it for this game. But, I mean, they got to do better, and their season might be over as well. But technically, they still got a shot, though. Seahawks, Cardinals, another 3-6 team with not a lot of hopes left, and the Seahawks, who have shocked everybody and won 31-21. Kyler Murray with 175 yards, 2 touchdowns, 60 rushing yards. James Conner with 45 rushing yards. Rondale Moore with 69 receiving yards. Hopkins with 36 receiving yards and 1 touchdown. Zach Ertz had 40 receiving yards and 1 touchdown. So that was really it. And for the Seahawks, Geno with 275 and 2 touchdowns. Kenneth Walker with 109 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns. Noah Fant with 5 receptions and 96 yards. Tyler Lockett with 5 receptions, 67 yards and 1 touchdown. Metcalf with 5 receptions, 37 yards and 1 touchdown. So what a win for the Seahawks. The game of the week, wasn't the best game of the week, but it was CBS's game of the week, and Rams at Bucs, and the Buccaneers win it. They get lucky. So here's the story. The Bucs were down 13-9. They They were in the red zone. Might have been inside the 10. It was fourth down. They had to go for it. They didn't get it. So, wait, no. No. Yeah, no, it was fourth down. I think it was fourth down. Yeah, and they didn't get it, and they made the Rams punt. The Rams punted, and then the Bucs drove all the way down the field with like a minute and scored a touchdown, and then that was it. So, Bucs won 16-13. Brady with 280 yards, 1 touchdown. Leonard Fournette with only 19 rushing yards. The rookie Auden was 68 receptions. I mean, not 68 receptions. 68 yards and 1 touchdown, the game-winning touchdown. And then for the Rams, Matthew Stafford with 165, 1 touchdown. And Cooper Kupp with 8 receptions, 127 yards and 1 touchdown. And then Sunday Night Football, that just ended. The Chiefs win in overtime, 20-17. Patrick Mahomes, what a night from him. 43 for 68, 446 yards, 1 touchdown. And then rushing, he had 6 rushes, 63 yards and 1 touchdown. For the receiving, 10 receptions for Kelsey, 106 yards. Juju with 10 receptions as well, 88 yards. McColl with 6 receptions, 79 yards, 1 touchdown. Noah Gray with 3 receptions and 45 yards. So, and then the newest Chief, Kadarius Toney, has 2 receptions and 12 yards. So that's it for Week 9 recap. Let me know what you guys think. Great win by the Jets. Great performance by Joe Mixon, and great bounce back by the Bucs. So that's it for the video. Hope you enjoyed, and peace out.